Hello, and thank you for attending another Ekahau short Hadoop video by Mike Zimian from Advanced Network Devices. In today's session, we will be discussing how we can take a wireless network, make modifications, and see the after effects of the changes that we have made. In order to do that, we have to go through a specific step-by-step process, which will be described. Step number one is retrieve workstation or tablet or mobile device with the Sidekick, upload the floor plan, perform the survey. This is what we call primary survey, and we save the results both locally as well as on the cloud, which is very important. The next step would be to retrieve the file from the cloud and place it into the optimizer application. The optimizer application is like a doctor to a wireless network. It will look at the wireless network details and it will make recommendations of what needs to be changed to improve the survey, the primary survey that we have done. Once we do that, we generate what we call a change work order, save the file onto the cloud. The next step would be to go back, make those physical changes, load the project file from the cloud, or even open the secondary project file. After the changes are made, perform what we call a secondary survey, preferably on the same path as we did the primary survey, or pretty close to it, to get the most realistic results, and then select a heat map called difference in signal strength. So this is the process that we go through. So let us show you now the step-by-step procedure for how we can do that in a live environment. As mentioned before, in step one, we load the floor plan either on a mobile device or the laptop or PC version, workstation version. We conduct a survey of the environment that we need to improve the wireless performance on, and you can see everything is completed. We save the results, and both locally as well as on the cloud. The next step, as mentioned before, is to retrieve the file from the cloud, which is stored, so we can open that project file. And then we can do the optimization process, which we already done. And you can see that we can see the required changes that needs to be made. For example, no change needs to be made in the first, second, and fourth tag here, but we need to reduce channel interference, mitigate rogue access points, and so forth. So it will tell you exactly what you need to do. And then you can go and request that optimization process to take effect. And you can see it will show you the before and after the optimization. And then the software will create for you a work order. And you can see the details, by the way, of the work order by just going down, and you can see the action plan here. It says view all the changes. You can see exactly what needs to be changed. And for the access point configuration changes, you can see also network configuration changes here. And also mitigating any interfering devices. We can see all those changes as well. So once we have done that, we can create a work order for this. So there should be no issues whatsoever. We go on the top and we have here actions, and it says export as PDF. And then we basically do the changes that is recommended here, either partially or fully. So this is the next step, and we save this project file as well. So we have basically a backup of exactly what is recommended here, and it will retain in the cloud itself. Now we are in the last stage of this process. Once we done the optimization process, what we need to do is we need to load the project file on either onto a mobile or PC, conduct a secondary survey near or exactly on the same path that we have done the primary survey. And if you notice, the primary survey is marked in green, the secondary survey is marked in yellowish gold color. So what we can do now is we want to see exactly these surveys. So once we click here, we have the toggle button that we can interchange between radios and surveys. We click on surveys, we can see we have conducted the first survey, which is marked number 1 primary, and then we can see the secondary survey that we have done is in 2 portions. So I marked both of them as secondary. If I remove them, you can see the color will change into gray. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see that. So it is gray right now, but when I mark it into secondary, it will change to gold. So we know that these are the primary and secondary files that we have done. Now we go to the heat map and then we click on difference in signal strength. This heat map will take the differential between the primary survey and secondary survey, and it will indicate whether it has improved or not. And then we can click here on this little arrow and we can see the results. For example, on 2.4 we are 96.7% on neg 25 or better. 2.7% is at between neg 25 to neg 15 and so forth. We want to check for 5 gigahertz. We can click here and then we can see 91.7% improvement in the same dB range. So we have gained quite a bit by making the modifications. Again, the process is to conduct the primary survey, save the results both on the workstation or local device as well as on the cloud, go to cloud, go through the optimization process, get a work order, come out and perform them as per work order, conduct a secondary survey, and then click on difference in signal strength and see whether there has been improvement made on the environment that you have made modifications to. This concludes our short presentation on how to validate a modified wireless network for any improvements after those modifications. Should you like similar videos, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as click on the bell button.